Alright, welcome to Steinsgate episode 21. Where we last left off, essentially, we changed a bunch of timelines, we have people watching us, but the main and most important thing of last episode is that with Kirisu's degree in basically brain science, or her study of it, we might have actually potentially figured out a way to time travel, where instead of physically traveling, we send our memories, and it's called Time Leap. All very exciting. So if you like videos like this and want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. Without further ado, let's jump into it. And currently we're shopping for said time leap parts with Mayuri. We finish our shopping and come out in front of the station.
そういえば参るよ。お前、最近バイトをしていないんじゃないか?
And no more Nyan Nyan Cafe.
ルモアンヌのこと?
Of course, McQueen plus Nyan Square doesn't exist in the current wholesome Akiba.
あのね、コミマ前だからお休みもらってるんだよ。
That's her cosplay festival or whatever it was.
頑張ってコスを作らなくちゃ。
今年は一体何着作っている?
3着。ね、楓ちゃんとふぶきちゃんの分、でもってルカちゃんの分。
I wonder if Luca is still refusing to wear it. Because Luca's a girl now. I can hardly blame him. I mean, however cute he looks, he's still a guy. No, wait, that was before we sent the D-mail. Now Luca's a girl. I guess how confusing. I guess, space, how confusing.
何?
I look where Mayuri's pointing and see Mocha squatting by the staircase, staring hard at her cell phone. She looks more tired than the last time I saw her. There are bags under her eyes and her hair is frayed. The intensity of her expression makes me hesitate to call out to her. She'll probably just ignore me like before. On the other hand, she's a lab ma'am. I can't just ignore her.
そこの指圧師よ。随分と浮かない顔をしているではないか。
Shining finger.
トゥットゥルー、萌香さん、ここで何してるの?
Mocha doesn't look up. She mutters something that I can't make out.
おーい、聞いているか? 悩みがあるなら、この狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、オーイン京馬が華麗に解決してやろう。もっとも、その場合は、秋葉が血の海となることも覚悟してもらうかな。
Uh-oh. Mocha suddenly jerks upright as if poked with an electric prod. She lifts her head and stares at me with wide eyes, then jumps to her feet and walks right up to me. This is the first time I've seen Mocha express such emotion.
なんだ? どうした?
She doesn't speak. That hasn't changed. Instead, she looks down and starts typing on her phone. Guess I should be ready for a mail. What happened to the time machine, Mocha? Oh?
どうなったとはどういう意味だ?
Are you still using it? Did you figure out how it works, Mocha?
まだ完全には解明できていない。今は改良中だ。
すごいんだよ。あのね、今度はね、タイムリープができるようになるかもしれないんだって。
What's a time leap? Tell me more, Mocha.
記事にはするなよ。それをしたら、俺はお前をラボ面から破門しなければならない。
Mocha shakes her head violently. Guess she won't write an article.
セルンへのハッキングによって、電話レンジカッコ仮の新たな可能性について発見したのだ。セルンの一部設備を曲がりさせてもらうことによる新たなるタイムトラベルシステムの構築だよ。
And we're just saying this out in public, which is kind of crazy.
これは人類の歴史を塗り替え、新たなる段階へ足を踏み入れたことを意味する。すなわち時間の壁の征服。かくして人を未来へ流されるのではなく、未来を選んでいくことができるようになるだろう。その人類史上初の偉業を今我ら未来ガジェット研究所が成し遂げようとしているのだ。
オカリン、その説明はね、すごく回りくどくてマユシーにはさっぱりなのです。
Well, hopefully Mocha understands. How can you not be moved by my speech? I'm talking about becoming legends here. Mocha bites her lip and types out a mail in irritation. Then she grabs my arm and digs in her fingernails. It hurts.
手を離してもらおうか。
But Mocha does not listen. What's a time leap, Mocha?
タイムリープすなわち記憶のみの時間跳躍だ。俺たちはそれを可能にする方法を見つけ出した。
Well, in theory.
近いうちにタイムリープは実行され、我らは時間の征服者となる。
あのね、オカリンが思いついてクリスちゃんができるって言って、ダル君はお手伝い中でマユシーはオカリンと買い出しなんだよ。
Mocha suddenly releases me. Her eyes are blank, unfocused. She squats down on the spot just as we found her. She seems entirely drained of energy and will. Well, that's not good. She's kind of going crazy.
大丈夫？調子悪いの？
That's amazing. You made a real breakthrough. Congratulations. When will it be finished, Mocha?
こればかりも何とも言えないな。いくつか問題を残している。それがうまく解決できれば1週間以内にでも完成するだろう。
That sounds about right.
解決できなければいつまで経っても完成はしない。すべてはシュタインズゲートによる選択。必ずや解決の道は開けていると俺は確信している。
And I guess I didn't spoil myself, so nobody worry about that. But I guess at around chapter 6, everything before chapter 6 is kind of like a build up to everything that's going, like all the meat and potatoes, I guess. So it's when it will truly get exciting. Right now we're in this still kind of fun and games of time travel.
そして扉が開いた時、訪れるのは俺が
It just makes me more excited for the anime.
世界を影から支配する機関へのラグナロックの幕は切って落とされるのだ。
オカリンは誰と戦ってるの？
決して表舞台には現れない支配者層に決まっているだろう。
すごいね。でもね、危ないことはしちゃダメだからね。
Why does Mayuri insist on worrying about me? Uh-oh. Oh? Mocha's lips curve into a smile. She's gone mad. She rises to her feet unsteadily, then staggers off into the crowd. It's like she's forgotten about us completely. Mayuri and I can only watch her go. There's an indescribable aura about her that holds us back.
萌香さん、どうしたのかな？
I've known she was kind of strange ever since I met her, but this... Maybe she's an escaped mental patient or something. Not like that her insanity can possibly... Not that her insanity can possibly compare to mine. Because I wish for nothing less than the total absolute chaos upon the earth. I guess we're just laughing maniacally and walking away. It's contagious.
オカリンまでおかしくなっちゃった。マユシは心配です。
Mayushi looks scared, so I seized my maniacal laughter a few minutes earlier than planned. Afterward, Mayuri and I go our separate ways. She apparently has to deliver a costume to her friend Fubuki. Shirokami, maybe. When I return to the lab with my spoils of war, something surprising, though not too surprising, come to think of it, catches my eye. Kirisu is on the computer. As soon as she notices I return, she quickly closes the window on the screen. It's my lab.
ここはお前のプライベートな部屋ではない。それに、敵が待ち伏せしているかもしれないのに、ノックして存在を知らせるバカがどこにいる？
敵が待ち伏せしてるかもって考えるバカこそどこにいる？
それで、クリスティーナ。お前はやるべきことをサボって何を見ていた？
I already know the answer, of course. I caught a glimpse of the screen before she closed it.
調べ物よ。
Oh, looks like she plans to continue this charade. It has to be the @ channel. I drop my bags and go to the computer. Please be @ channel or the llama. I slip past Kirisu blocking arm and restore the minimized window. She is, of course it is.
なんか文句ある？おい、そのこれはひどい、はいはいワルスワルスみたいな笑い方はなんだ？
案ずるな、クリスティーナ。いや、アットチャンネルクリス。
That's pretty funny.
その呼び方はやめて。
俺はすでに気づいていた。そう、とっくに気づいていたのだよ。お前が生粋のアットチャンネラーだということにな。隠そうとしても俺にはわかる。お前からはアットチャンネラーとして
She said too many quotes.
プンプンと醸し出されていた。
失礼だな。ちゃんと毎日香りがきつくない香水つけてるぞ。
バカめ。そういう意味ではない。俺が言っているのは魂レベルの話だ。
魂って具体的にはどんなところだ？定義を聞かせて。
今後バレないための参考にするのだな。
うるさい。いいから聞かせろ。
具体的もクソもない。お前はたまにアットチャンネル用語をつぶやく時がある。
うつだ。
今のもアットチャンネル語だな。
Now she can just be fully herself.
魂レベルで染みついているということだろう。そしてこのラボにはもう一人アットチャンネル語をリアルで話すアホがいて、そいつのせいでお前の魂は冷気させられた。
そうそう、橋田がいるせいで私まで引きずられちゃうのよ。
だが隠そうとするとはいじらしいな、アットチャンネルクリス。
It might be even worse than Celeb 7.
よぶんな。
Pubugi-chan and Kare-chan praised me for the cosplay outfits I made them this time. I'm really happy. Pooh, never mentioned them before. You really like making costumes, huh? What made you so passionate about cosplay anyway? Oh. I'm kind of curious about her friends, but... this might be a tough one. She glares at me hard. If looks could kill. She has no sense of humor at all. I should be more careful in the future.
しかしゲセないな。アメリカ育ちなのになぜアットチャンネルに詳しいのだ？
アメリカからでもアットちゃんは見られる。あとはわかるな。
そういうことか。英語ばかりの環境にいると日本語が恋しくなってしまうのだな。 しかしよりによってアットちゃんを選ばずともよかったものを。
I mean, if you believe the pseudo-intellectuals in the media, browsing at channel is like reading scribbles on the bathroom wall.
ギスギスはしてるけど、一番日本の空気みたいなものが感じられる場所だっただけよ。それより頼みがあるんだけど。
Uh-oh.
頼み？
Kursu turns away and mumbles something, but her voice is so low I can't make it out.
言いたいことははっきり言え。
Kursu turns bright red, but her sullen expression doesn't change.
このことはみんなには内緒にしといて。
そんなにも知られたくないのか。ダルはお前の同類だし、マユリもオタだから、アットチャンネルへの理解は深いぞ。俺もよく見に行くしな。恥ずべきことは何もない。履歴書やプロフィールの趣味の欄には堂々とアットチャンネルを見ることと書くがいい。
書けるかバカ。
何？ということは VIP でアンカーを出すことの方がいいのか？
To link to a specific post on a message board, usually as a reply on @channel, this is done by typing post number. Sometimes people engage in anchor play, a game where a poster leaves a decision to whoever posts with the indicated post number, usually chosen 20 to 30 posts beforehand. For example, 1,000 gets to my name, firstborn. 1,000 gets to name my firstborn. That's interesting. Okay. Ooh, 23 hours.
言葉の意味を理解できる自分が憎い。
まあいい。タイムリープマシンの開発に集中してもらうためにもこの件は黙っておく。おそらくすぐにボロが出て俺以外のラボ面にもバレるのもそんな問題だろうがな。
心配には及ばない。大学じゃ周囲はみんな年上だった。研究室じゃ一番の若造なのに論文は私が書かせてもらえた。
That is true.
処世術には長けてるのよ。甘く見ないで。
ヌルポ。
I like that fish in the background. I'd get that in my room. Know that channel term, first seen on the programming board in 2003, no poll, short for no pointer exception, which is an error seen in the Java programming language. When someone announces no poll, the correct response is to smack them on the head and say, "Ga." Yeah, I would take this fish.
しまった。
Cruzu's face gets even redder, and then she falls to her hands and knees in defeat. Oars. An ideograph depicting a person on all fours, depressed. O is the head, R is the arms and torso, and Z is the legs, typically used to express despair, dejection, or frustration. There's no set way to pronounce it, and as such, people may pronounce it as orts, oars, or orse. But it does look like a person curled up. Kind of. At least this one does. Just as I thought, @channel is in her blood and bones. She doesn't have a prayer. I told you before, remember, we met at an event and now we're cosplay buddies. Kade-chan is a university student studying the Zengoku period. She has a super nice figure. Fubuki-chan is the same age as Mayushi. Is kind of boyish, but she was really sexy last year in her Sierra cosplay. Oh. Interesting. Oh. I wonder how many I haven't looked through to see an attachment. There we go. Now we're even more cultured. Got the safe version. Definitely don't want the other one. As night fell, we tried to activate the phone wave name subject to change again, but as expected, the discharge did not occur. Mayuri's at her sewing machine, putting some finishing touches on her costume. She got back earlier this evening after delivering a different costume to her friend Fubuki-chan. She's been working on this costume ever since. Come to think of it, she usually heads home around 7 or 8, but today she's still hard at work.
マユリ、あまり遅くならないうちに帰れ。親が心配するぞ。
大丈 ルだよ。あのね、マユシーは今日はここにお泊まりするのです。
本気か？
She's never done that before.
お父さんとお母さんにもね、そう言ってあるよ。
Well, I guess they've known us since we were kids, so it makes sense.
で作業をしていくのか？
そうでもしないとゴミ間に間に合わないんだ。
よく親が許可したな。
You got mail. Is Mayushi okay? Tell her to have fun at Kami for me. I don't think I can go this year, Nyan. I just don't have the energy, Nya. I'm completely burned out. I can hear her voice shouting, "Get up, Joe, Nya. Someone save me. The world is collapsing, Nya." That's not like you. Pull yourself together. I need your help finding the IBN 100. What happened is the organization attacking. You're messing with me again, aren't you? Stop making me worry. Get Up Joe is from Boxer Joe, Akiba Joe, or whatever it's called. Which I need to watch. I hear it's really good. I met her parents any number of times. They're as ditzy as Mayuri. But still, I don't think they'd appreciate their underage daughter staying overnight in this dirty lab.
やはりこの俺、法院教魔の人望だな。あ、いや待て。人望などという言葉にはヘドが出る。つまり、そうではなく。そうか！マユリの親は、この俺のイフで、やむを得ず娘を人質に。
通報しました。
Kurusu calls out from the development room. She's been tinkering with the phone wave named subject to change, but I guess she was listening.
って言われたらどうする？
Probably tell him you're at Chandler.
裏切るというのなら、俺の右腕が火を吹くことになるぞ。クリスティーナ。
はいはい、12秒、12秒。
クリスちゃんも一緒だからって説明したら、お父さんもお母さんもそれなら安心って言ってくれたんだよ。
How do they know who she is?
それってつまり、私も泊まれっていうこと？
だってね、電話レンジちゃんの改良で大変なんでしょ？
まあそうだけど、このラボに泊まると気がめいるのよね。主に誰かさんのせいで。
環境というのは大事な要素だ、クリスティーナ。ここは研究に打ち込む以外にすることがないから意外と集中できる。ソースはこの王院教魔だ。それに聞いて驚くな。このラボには脳内物質を活性化させるシステムが組み込まれている。
Dr. P.
つまりこの俺の天才的かつ大胆かつ繊細な発明に対する着想は毎日ここに寝泊まりしているからこそ生まれるのだ。
脳内物質を活性化させるシステムって、あんた一体何を垂れ流してるんだ？
工場排水のごとき言い方をするな、ザ・ゾンビよ。
マユシー知ってるよ。きっとあれじゃないかな。ほら。
Kurusu comes out of the development room to check what Mayuri's pointing at.
これって、芳香剤？
頭の良くなる芳香剤なんだって。秋葉王で買ってきたっておかんが言ってた。あれっていつの頃だったっけ？
That's pretty funny.
半年ほど前だな。値段は500円とお得だった。
Steal to make you smarter.
岡部の話って本当に信じるに値しないわね。しかもこれ、中の薬剤はもう空っぽになってるし。
Yeah, when I went to buy replacement packs, they had already stopped selling them.
まあいいわ。どっちにしろ私も泊まるつもりだったし。まゆりさん、付き合うわよ。
ほんと？よかった。
ただし、 岡部は出ていくこと。
出ていけだと？俺はここに住んでいるようなものなのだぞ。このラボこそシュタインズゲートの選択により示された魂の
Where would we go?
なのだ。
女子2人が泊まるって言ってるんだから、無才男子は自重してくれないと。それにあんたって実家は遠くないんでしょ。
オカリンはね、マユシーと同じで池袋だよ。
電車で30分もかからないじゃない。どうせ今日は徹夜で手伝ってもらうほどのことはないんだから、おとなしく帰ったら。
Oof.
だが断る。
Doggo shoe.
まさか私たちを襲うつもりか？
黙れ。伝部に猛虎犯が残る少女めが。
残ってない。あのな、前にもそれ言われたが、あんたいつ私のお尻を確かめた？
年下の女子2人だけをここに残していけるほど俺は能天気ではない。未成年には保護者が必要な。
Definitely not alone with Daru, probably.
オカリンも未成年なのにね。
あと1年半もしないうちに成人だ。それはつまりシュタインズゲートの選択的に言えば成人だということであり。
いや、それはつまり未成年だろ。
クリスちゃん、クリスちゃん、オカリンはね、マユシーたちのことを襲うような悪い人じゃないと思うよ。だってね、マユシーはもう10年以上の付き合いだけど、一度も襲われたことないもん。
That's not something that you should brag about.
でも人質にされたことはあるんでしょ？
っていうかね、今も人質だよ。
強制退出させるべきね。
I sighed deeply and placed a hand on my forehead.
あまり俺を失望させるな、クリスティーナ。科学研究の世界に男も女もない。そうだろう。このラボは神聖なる研究の場なのだ。そのような下世話な話題をしたいのならば、お前こそ今すぐ出ていくがいい、猛虎犯。
Looks like that was enough to convince Kirsil. She gives me a fine gesture as she returns to the development room.
あ、そうか。やはりクリスティーナの伝部には猛虎犯が。
Uh-oh.
ねえよ。
After working on the phone wave named subject to change for about an hour, I head to a convenience store to buy dinner. Daru hasn't shown his face all day. He must be busy with the part-time job. I still don't know what he's doing exactly. Probably something that utilizes his super hacker skills. I just hope he steers clear of the law. While walking, I skim at channel on my phone. Teeter hasn't showed up lately. I think it's been a week since his last appearance. I've been reluctant to contact him ever since he called me the Messiah in his last email. That was about the same time he stopped posting. Now at Channeler denizens are busy slandering Teeter. The majority opinion is now that he ran away. I wonder where Teeter went. I tried emailing him the other day, but he hasn't replied. His disappearance is especially worrying now that I think he might be Suzuha's dad. I need to contact him somehow. Oh, just then a mail arrives. Oh no. You know too much. Oh. It's Chucky. It feels as if a cold hand stroked my spine. I hug myself, shuddering at the sight. I delete the email immediately. It's happening again. This is bad. Really bad. This is a threat. Was it sent by the organization, by CERN? Does CERN know what we've been doing? Should I report it to the police? Wait, I can't. I just deleted it. And in any case, a picture alone isn't probably enough. Isn't enough to get the police involved. Still, maybe I should talk to someone, but who? Not the girls. I can't worry them with this. I'm the adult here after all. What about Mocha? No, she may be a lab mem, but she's been acting weird lately. Even if I tell her about this, she won't be any use. Suza has her father to worry about. I guess that leaves Daru. I need to find out whether CERN has discovered our hacking. What would CERN do if they did find out, I wonder? They wouldn't have us killed, would they? Despite my efforts to convince myself that this is just a prank, my feet hurry me back to the lab. I burst into the lab, gasping for air, and quickly locked the door behind me. Finally, I can catch my breath. But just then I realized that something's wrong. Mayuri and Kirisu aren't here. Oh no. Did they go home? No, their bags are still here. The lights are still on. The door. When I entered just now, it was unlocked. Would they be so careless? The memory of that threatening email fills me with fear. Don't tell me, were they kidnapped? Who took them? The organization? CERN? And then I hear a noise. They're probably in the bathroom. Is that the shower? The lab has a shower inside the dressing room. There's no bath. We can't afford such luxuries. It's too small to fit more than one person inside. Now I hear the sound of water running. I recall the famous scene from Hitchcock's Psycho. No. Fresh blood mixing into the water and flowing down the drain. The corpse of two girls sprawled out naked on the tile. The second those images flashed through my head, I slammed open the door to the shower room. Oh no. So through the steam I can see okay, we're gonna have to skip through this real quick.
びっくりした。ヒヤヒヤさせないでくれ。いいから出てけへん。
That was crazy. I dodged a bar of soap aimed at my face, then quickly flee the dressing room. Well, I suppose that was my fault.
そういうことされるとね、マユシーは悲しいし恥ずかしいです。あんた覚えてきなさいよ。許さない。絶対に許さないからな。
Darn it, it was just a small misunderstanding. I mean, why did they decide to take a shower together when they knew I was coming right back? It's like they wanted to be seen. Kirisu, especially after all that, talked about not wanting to spend the night with me around. She sure dropped her guard awfully fast. They're just lucky it was me who walked in on them. What if it had been the organization? They need to get serious. We're fighting for our lives here. By the way, I didn't see a Mongolian spot on Kirisu, naturally. I mean, only saw the front, but still. Anyway, how much longer are they gonna shower? Looking at the clock, it's already been more than 15 minutes since I got back. They were yelling at me a few minutes ago, but now I hear laughter and happy squeals coming from the shower room. Sounds like they're having a good time. They get along almost like sisters. Wow, Christian, you're so slim. But Mayuri, you're so big, I'm jealous. They're checking each other out, aren't they? Muahaha. My head, I call it the memory of what I saw in the shower. I put my phone to my ear.
俺だ。少しまずい状況になりつつある。この最強マッドサイエンティストである法王院京馬が猛虎藩少女と能天気少女の姉妹から精神攻撃を受けている。ああ、これは今まで味わった中でも最大級の攻撃力だ。無防備こそ最強の攻撃だと思い知らされたよ。奴らめ、いよいよ本気を出してきたと見える。実にけしからん少女たちを倒せだと。そんなこと。
I was told in reading this visual novel it wouldn't have any of this stuff on there, but I guess I was wrong.
幼馴染なのだから。どうしてもか。どうしても。
I mean, if Steinsgate commands it.
倒さなければならないのか。だとしたら、俺は今回ばかりはシュタインズゲートの選択を恨むぞ。ヘル、臭い。
After a moment to collect myself, I put away my phone. I need some air. Oh no. It has intense music. 2 days had passed since Kirisu and Mayuri came to stay. During that time, Daru and I had done our best to support Kirisu's work on the phone wave named subject to change. According to Daru, it should be easy to use the LHC to generate black holes for our use. The black holes form at the proton collision point, where the lifter is installed and exist for only a few seconds before evaporating. During those few seconds, CERN throws a human into the singularity. We'll use those few seconds too. The gravitation of the black hole compresses matter to infinite density. CERN uses the lifter to keep the compression under control, but we don't want that. We're gonna dial CERN's lifter down, not so much that it endangers the world of course, but enough to compress our memory data to under 36 bytes. Daru has been coding the necessary program. As for me, I've been searching for our lifter, the unknown device that pumps electrons into the phone wave named subject to change, keeps our black hole open. Kirisu couldn't find anything that could serve as a lifter inside the microwave, so it must be something interfering from the outside. We're not sure what that could be, and so far we have no idea where to start looking. Yesterday I consulted Daru about the threatening email, but Daru insisted that there's no way CERN could have discovered his hacking yet. Of course, I had to make doubly sure we hadn't been tracked. His test came back clean. I understand he's confident in his skills and I trust him. If Daru says they haven't found out, then they haven't. But somehow, knowing that does not ease my anxiety. Have you gone to the festivals or fireworks shows this summer? Maybe you have plans to go with Mayuri-chan later? P.S. I did 22 practice swings with Samedare. Why, when Luca's a girl, swings much more than when she's a guy? That's kind of crazy. No, too crowded. I'm being chased by the organization. Remember, the last thing I need is a knife to the back. I don't know Mayuri's plans, but I'm pretty sure she's busy preparing for a different sort of festival soon to take place in... okay. It's Friday, and although we still haven't solved the lifter problem, Kirisu is just about done with the time leap machine. Naturally, that means it's time for her to give me something else to worry about.
最終調整のために電話レンジを稼働させる。
I groan. In other words, we have to cause the electrical discharge phenomenon. There's a risk involved, Mr. Braun. A risk called Mr. Braun. As we know, the discharge phenomenon causes the entire building to shake. Last time, Mr. Braun threatened to raise our rent if that happened again. Kirisu and Daru look at me.
オカリン、あとは任せた。
フォローお願い。
つまり敵地に乗り込み死ねというのだな。
あんたの犠牲があって初めてタイムリープ用電話レンジは完成するのよ。
それにこれまでも店長のご機嫌取りに行ってたのはオカリンだったじゃん。
ならばなおさらたまにはお前たちが。
私は無理。あの店長さん以前にバイトから目の敵にされてる。
True.
いいだろう。だが忘れるな。俺は絶対に死なん。不死鳥のごとく何度でも蘇るぞ。
With that said, I head down to handle things with Mr. Braun.
オカリン、死んじゃやだよ。
She won't even go down. As I pass through the lounge, Mayuri looks up from her costume to see me up. When I step into the store, Mr. Braun, Suzuha, and the Chipmunk are watching some comedy show on the massive 42-inch CRT. Watching TV at noon without a customer in sight looks like business as usual at the Braun Tube workshop.
おーす、岡部倫太郎。
I raise my hand in response to Suzuha's greeting. The Chipmunk Nay quickly hides behind her father when she sees me.
この店は相変わらず繁盛していないようですね。
おう、岡部か。ブラウン管買ってけ。
いりません。俺は解雇中ではないのでね。買うなら液晶テレビを買いますよ。
Ooh. I look around the store as I answer. I just thought of something. Like CERN's Large Hadron Collider, the phone wave named subject to change must have some kind of electron feed to keep the black holes open. CERN calls this feed the lifter. We still haven't figured out what that is, nor what could be acting as a substitute lifter in our time machines. What if our lifter is somewhere in this shop? Whatever it must be, in close proximity to the phone wave named subject to change. It couldn't work otherwise, and the Braun Tube workshop is located directly below the lab. Could our lifter be a CRT?
てめえ最近女ばっか連れ込んでるらしいじゃねえか。
ばっかと言ってもいつもメンツは変わりませんよ。
私もこの前お邪魔してきたよ。
たまには俺も呼べ。若い娘と話してみて。
I guess there's no Mrs. Braun.
お父さん、不潔。
違うぞなえ。これは社会勉強であり、それと顧客獲得のための営業活動なんだよ。
Check out this scared looking guy trying desperately to explain himself to his daughter. Hilarious.
そもそもさ、店長の言い草じゃまるで私が若くないみたいじゃん。
I was forcing myself to be cheerful for that last phone call, and yeah, I actually feel like I could die, and yeah. Oh no, she's sick.
若くはないな。
Susa's the same age as Daru and I, which makes her older than Mayuri or Kirisu.
なに？岡部倫太郎、なんつった？
事実だろ。
なえ、お父さんはお前さえいれば幸せなんだからな。ね。
うん、分かってるよ。でも不潔っぽいことはもう言わないでね。
もちろん約束するさ。
Then he joins Pinkies with his daughter. Darn, Mr. Braun, you're way off character. How does a guy like him produce a daughter like that? Nay is one of the kindest, gentlest girls I've ever met. I don't know why she's so afraid of me though. Anyway, I came here to explain that the building is about to shake. How do I avoid having my head ripped off? How many more earthquakes do you think this building can handle? No, that's way too obvious. An earthquake is coming. My magic eye reading Steiner has seen it in the future. Escape while you still can. Yeah, that might work.
ねえ、昨日も椎名真由里は泊まったの？
ああ。
ってことは牧瀬クリスも？
ああ。二人とも上にいる。
そっか。
Susa's hostility towards Kurisu hasn't abated.
お前の方はどうだ？
どうだって？
少しは元気が出たのか？
ああ、うん。まあね。捜索は継続中。
あ？おいバイト、何の話だよ。
私父さんを探してるんだって店長にも前話したじゃん。
ああ、その話か。岡部、探してやれ。
Why does he think he can boss me around?
無論だ。鈴葉はすでにラボメンとなっているのだからな。俺とその他メンバーに任せておけ。
Susaha looks at me with a smile that shines through the gloom filling the store.
岡部倫太郎って私と同い年なのにすごく年上って感じだな。なんかぐいぐい引っ張ってく力があるよね。
That's sweet. That's the first time anyone said that to me. It makes me kind of happy.
当たり前だ。俺は王院京馬なのだからな。
The chipmunk cowers in terror as I unveil my madness. I can see tears pulling in her eyes. I guess my aura is just too powerful for a grade school girl to endure.
岡部、もし次大声出して苗を怯えさせたら殺す。
すみません。
でもさ。
Oh. Susaha takes my arm and leads me away from the Tenno-Gs who have gone back to watching TV.
これだけは忠告しとくけど、牧瀬クリスには留意して。
But why? Circumspect? Why can't she just say careful like a normal person, now that I'm one to talk.
またか。ただの逆恨みだろ。
Suzuha shakes her head firmly.
違う。これは事実。私はそれを存知している。
Pernicious or perniciousness? Is she saying Kurisu is dangerous? There's something strange about the way Suzuha is talking, and it's not just her fondness for uncommon words. There's something else, something...
あの女の頭脳は危険すぎ。それに、結局あいつ、実験のことしか考えてないんだ。
Suzuha's eyes are hard and her voice is as cold as ice. I can tell that she means every word she says.
君たちは利用されてるだけだよ。いい？よく聞いて。あの女は、セルンに通じてる。
Well, so she says, right? I mean, how will we know until we know? And why would she know? No, that's impossible. CERN is our enemy. If Darwin's hacking is discovered, I have no doubt they will do everything in their power to destroy us. How can Kurisu be connected to CERN?
つまり、スパイだと言いたいのか。
Suzuha nods firmly.
タイムマシン開発の功績も、あの女のものになった。
Again, Suzuha's words sound strange to my ears, but I still can't place on my finger why.
だからさ、気を許しちゃダメ。
I don't believe it. I saw Kurisu's anger when she learned what CERN has been doing. She called their actions a betrayal of scientists everywhere. How can someone with such pure love of science be connected to CERN? But if what Suzuha says is true, could she be the one who sent that threatening email? I suspected Mocha, but... And she activated it before telling us. Dogma and Event Horizon. Suddenly, the ground starts to shake. Kurisu started the experiment, but I haven't talked to Mr. Braun yet.
予想より早い。
おい、こら岡部。
Sure enough, veins on Mr. Braun's forehead swell in response to the shaking.
揺らすなって何度言ったらわかんだ。若い娘だろうが俺は容赦しねえぞ。家賃1万円アップだ。
待ってください、ミスター・ブラウン。これは我がラボの仕業ではなく、自信だ。俺の若いフィーディングシュタイナーがそう余地を。
自信だ？そんなごまかしが通用すると思ってるのか。
The shaking gets more intense, knocking over a CRT. Oh no.
ブラウンカンちゃんが。
Darn, I can't even talk my way out of this one.
てめえ、岡部。
Mr. Braun clearly wants to snap my neck like a twig, but he elects to protect his greatest treasure, the 42-inch CRT instead. He grabs the remote and switches it off, then grabs hold of the TV and hangs on for dear life. Not his daughter.
収まった？
みたいだな。
Wait, it's over? I carefully step through the rubble and take the remote from the dazed Mr. Braun's hand. I press the red power button. The 42-inch CRT instantly comes to life. I stare at the image on the screen and smile.
どうしたの？
I guess I will be buying a CRT.
見つけた。ついに見つけたぞ。これに間違いない。そうだ。これこそがリフターに変わるもの。これほど分かりやすいのになぜ気づかなかったのだ俺は。いや、今この瞬間に気づいたことこそがシュタインズゲートの選択だということか。
おい岡部、何笑ってやがる。うちの娘を怖がらせるな。それとブラウン管の弁償と家賃値上げだからな。おい、
少し静かにしていただきましょうか。 ミスター・ブラウン。今まさに俺は時空の支配者となることが確定したのですからね。
Oh. Stars explode behind my eyes as Mr. Braun drives his fist into the top of my head. The world spins. I struggle to get hold of my shaken brain.
この俺に暴力を振るうとは。
ああ
ミスター・ブラウン。ブラウン化の弁償についてはひとまずつけて頼みます。
With that, I fly out of the workshop. I rub my head. It hurts like hell. Darn that Mr. Braun, did he really have to crack me so hard? Maybe I should report him for assault. Thanks to his brutality, I had to make a strategic retreat. Fortunately, I did not emerge empty-handed. The extra 10,000 yen a month will hurt, but in exchange, I have acquired information essential to the success of my plan.
結果オーライだな。
おかりー、今揺れたけど下は大丈夫だった？
Barry and Kirsu appear in the second story window.
本当に不死鳥のごとく復活してるわね。
クリスティーナ、俺は今ここで予言しよう。3分後、お前はこの俺の偉大さに気づき、尊敬の念を抱くとな。
それはないと思う。
I run up the stairs.
なんでそんなわかりやすいことに今まで気づかなかった？
When I tell Kirsu about the 42-inch CRT downstairs, that is her first reaction.
なぜ俺は責められているのか。
責めてるんじゃない。私も含めて誰も気づけなかった間抜けさにがっかりしてるだけ。
東大元暮らしはガチ。
整理すると、さっき2階で電話レンジカッコ仮を稼働させビルが揺れ出した時は42型のブラウン管テレビはついていた。だがテレビを消すとそれに同期するようにして揺れも収まったのだ。
放電現象は途中で強制的に中断されたわ。念のためにバナナを入れておいたんだけどゼリーマンにはならなかった。
それはね、いいことだと思うな。食べ物を粗末にしちゃダメだよ。
Another banana. Nobody replies to Mayuri's off-point statement. We're busy reading about cathode ray tubes on the internet. It doesn't take long before we find something interesting. A cathode ray tube has a component called an electric gun, which uses extreme heat and a strong electric field to accelerate electrons and turn them into a beam. The electron beam striking the TV screen Foser's layer is what generates the picture. An electron gun could certainly work as a lifter.
解は出たわね。42型ブラウン管が放出している電子が電話レンジの作り出したリング特異点に干渉していた。放電現象はその影響よ。
夜になると電話レンジが使えなくなったのはブラウン管工房が閉まってる時間だったからか。
That's crazy. The Braun Tube's workshop doesn't have especially strict business hours, but it usually open from around 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That matches up perfectly with my observation that the phone wave name subject to change only works between noon and 6 p.m. The few instances it hasn't worked during that time frame can be explained by the TV being off.
だがブラウン管がそんなに強力な電子を放出しているとは思えん。
電子量は強ければいいというわけじゃない。そんな単純な問題ならセルンはとっくに問題を解決している。
I see, so it can't be too strong or too weak. By freak coincidence, the 42-inch CRT's electron gun appears to have exactly the right level of electron discharge. That's the only explanation.
まさに偶然の一致よ。ここには奇跡的にタイムマシンができる環境が揃っていた。
いや違うなクリスティーナ。
Steinsgate.
手はシュタインズゲートの選択だ。
Rather than glare at me, she has so many times in the past, Kirsu shoots me an exasperated smile. Exasperated smile.
なんだっていいけど。
Mary looks up from her costume with a question in her eye.
つまりね、スーパー電話レンジちゃんを完成させるためにはどうすればいいの？
原因が究明できたなら恐れることはない。あの大きなブラウン管がついている時、タイムリープは可能になるという解を導けると思う。
さっき中断された最終調整も含めてさ、もう一回は実験が必要じゃね？
そうね。岡部、
なんだ。
もう一度下に行ってあのブラウン管をつけてきて。
クリスティーナよ、それは実に面白い冗談だな。それに対する俺の答えはミッションインポッシブルだ。
I'm not going back down there. My head still hurts from last time. Next time, I doubt I'll make it out alive.
いいからさっさと行きなさいよ。
Kirsu orders me with a sour look. It's like I'm the assistant here.
あんたならできるって。さっきだってすごい発見してきたでしょ。
常習よ。お前、この俺を偉大なマッドサイエンティストだと認めているか？
いいえ。
Oof.
あ、
グホー、即答とかひどす。
あ、しまった。おだてて頑張らせるならここははいって言っておくべきだった。というわけで、はい。
遅いわ。
リフターの代替装置が見つかった今、タイムリープマシンは 99% 出来上がってる。
Oh. Kirsu's expression suddenly turned serious, but I can see the hunger in her eyes and the flush of excitement on her cheeks. She knows that we stand on the threshold of a new age in science, and she cannot resist the lure of the unknown. She's a true scientist, no doubt about it.
このラボの夢でしょ、タイムマシンは。
Our dream. I've never really thought about it that way. But she's right, my hands are shaking. Not from fear of Mr. Braun, but from excitement.
この俺の夢は時空を意のままに操り、これまでの支配構造をぶち壊すこと。そしてそこに新たな混沌を。
岡部、
Kirsu interrupts my speech.
私は法王院じゃなくて岡部の意見が聞きたい。
Ooh. She spears me with her gaze. I met it head on. After a few moments, I feel my mouth curve into a smile.
上等だ。すべて俺に任せるがいい。
With that, I head downstairs. A cracked skull and an empty wallet are a small price to pay for science. Kirsu and Daru send me off with the applause for some reason. Mayuri's the only one who looks worried, but I pat her head in reassurance. And with that being said, that is the end of Steinsgate, episode 21. So if you like videos like this and want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you for watching. I've been Boog May God bless you, and peace.